What is good, y'all? We are the New York Nobodies, and despite some extreme technical difficulties, Lord Jesus, Zoom, get your shit together.
Learn how to
We are
plug in a
here,
mic, homie.
joined with your host, me, Chop Cheese, Felix Palao, and
You're
Cesar Hernandez. A little flustered, battle tested with the technology here, but we made it, fellas.
we did it. We did it, y'all. We did it. Yo, man, I listen. It feels really good to be back in that win column, gentlemen. I mean, I don't know about y'all, but that, despite this crappy ass weather we had on Saturday, I mean, that made that everything better was picking up those 3 points on Saturday, fellas. How
I
y'all
mean,
feeling from that?
that should be the last game that we have. That's pretty cold. It looks like everything should be uphill from here on out. And the next home game, if I'm not mistaken, is in May. So
Hmm.
yeah, I think we should be solid from here.
Yeah,
Isn't
May
that
4th is going to
Sunday
be
the
our next
Weather-wise,
home
we
19th?
game,
say
Star
that,
Wars
but
night
oh
against
yeah, May
Cincy,
May
against
the
our
fourth.
son, Cincy.
Haha.
That's our son right there. I don't want to even hear it.
Our
But
Right.
next
so.
home game is Sunday, May 4th against Cincy. So
Mm-hmm.
Yep. May the fourth be with
So
let's not get
everybody
too
out there
ahead
in
of ourselves,
podcast land,
fellas.
wear your Star Wars gear, you know what I mean? If you want to bring,
May the
Grogu to
force
the
be
game,
with
bring
you.
Baby Yoda to the game, definitely
The
welcome.
Cinco de Mayo
Think of the
Star
Mayo the
Wars
next
fest.
day, so it's gonna get turned. Oh man,
Oof.
it's gonna be.
Star
Another
Wars
Saturday Sunday
margarita.
combo.
Yep, it's gonna be
But
a
you know
Sunday.
who
It's gonna be a
else?
Sunday game.
You know who else are our sons?
Who else?
Philadelphia.
Philadelphia. Oh man, I don't listen, fellas. I don't want to hear nothing from no Philly fan anymore. I don't want to hear about no COVID Cup. I don't want to hear about nothing. Y'all went to the final 2020. When they went to the final 2023, didn't win it.
2022.
Yeah, right at
2022,
no
The
22.
year
Right
after
after
us.
22. Yeah, nah, y'all ain't win it. Y'all ain't win it. No, no, no. Listen, Philly is firmly our son.
I mean, all those excuses are gone out the window, just or gone out the door, just like Gazdak. So
Oh man,
those
that was such a dumb move. How the heck you get rid of the best player on your club?
Their
a
front
good pickup
office
for
is
Midweek, by the
Columbus.
way, and then
notoriously
the next game is against New York City,
their
bro.
front office is notoriously cheap. I mean, that's why Jim Curtin wanted to leave, right?
Wait. So
Yeah,
we have a front office worse than ours?
apparently, at least
Oh
we got
my
to
Uh,
start
God,
from
bro. Like
ours.
this is news to
they're
me,
in that
man.
small town, Chester, Pennsylvania, and they act like a small market team. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
And I
man. It's
mean, yeah, no, not to get too much into Philly talk, but yeah,
New York City front office, take note.
Jim Curtin
But
rather be jobless than work for them. So
also, not only was it NYCFC versus Philadelphia, it was also Caesar's birthday.
Yeah.
yeah.
How you feel about that birthday boy getting 3 points birthday weekend, bro?
Aguardiente and 3 points.
What? That was it, man.
It's the least the team can do. I mean, honestly, thank you, Alonso Martinez, for the gift, and most importantly, thank all you guys for all the birthday wishes. Think I'm still getting to a lot of messages and comments, and I appreciate all the birthday wishes. It was a great weekend. It was great to have the game on Saturday, and then to have plans on Sunday. So couldn't ask for more, and of course, get in a good
Definitely.
mood.
Definitely, man. I'm happy to hear that. So,
Back in
boys,
the
let's get
win
into this
column.
match real quick. This is the real reason why we're here. Not to, fondle each other, but we're
Yeah.
here to talk about this game.
Yeah,
Yo,
so let me get this lineup
I
here.
got I got
So,
the lineup ready to go,
all
brother. So
right,
if you allow me.
so NYCFC took on the Union at Citi Field on a freezing fucking night. I mean, shout out to everyone who went because bro, it
Yo, if
was
you
fucking
went, you a real one.
And I mean, it
brave.
was it was an improvement on and off the field from the game before, to be honest.
No, it was. I think that
It
there
was
was
an
a
improvement.
there was a lot of energy on Saturday. There was a energy that I hadn't seen in our last two matches. I think that the boys went out there to prove a point. And that I think that they were just going out there to let everybody know, hey, we may have had a rough couple of games against Atlanta, um, and against Atlanta and
Minnesota.
in Minnesota, but now we're getting back on that winning track against a fairly decent club. I mean, Philly's still a pretty decent club, man. We can't take
Yeah.
anything away from them. So, let's just hop into the starting 11 real quick. You know what I mean? So,
Let's
we
do
had
it.
in goal, we had on our man Matty Freeze.
Brave.
Freeze.
He set the literally the mood.
And you literally set the move, plus got the clean sheet. All right, so let's go. We had Micha Ilinic, Thiago Martins, Justin Hack, and Kevin O'Toole. That was our back line. Our defensive mids, we had Keaton Parks and we had the kid Johnny Shaw, who had an excellent game, fellas. I mean,
Yeah.
this kid was all over the place, making tackles, converting, doing his thing. Our attacking midfield went like this. We had Hannes Wolf, Maxi Morales, and Trapito Ojeda getting the start, which was excellent. I love seeing that. And then we had the man, the myth, the legend up front, Mr. Alonso Martinez, number 16 himself, bro. We couldn't have a better striker right now, you know? So definitely.
Who
I
that? Who
think I
that?
think when I saw the starting 11, I said that at least I said to myself, like, this is a good, solid starting 11. This is our starting 11 going in.
That should probably be the starting 11 every game for the time.
Exactly. I
Yes.
mean, I think that he really found something here because I mean, the way we looked on Saturday, I mean, even though we had our chances, this was a really, really good lineup, fellas.
One thing I want to start off with from the back, literally play like we usually do. We
Hey
play from the back.
Mhm.
yo, hey
Justin
yo.
Hack is really adapting to that center back role.
Yes.
And I think again, he's been slated a lot of times for his ball ability, playing, passing, and everything. But I think now he's really finding his groove, and I think he has qualities that Burke Risa may not. And when you're really fighting to keep the 3 points, like we did, you know, the last 20, 30 minutes of the game, then you need physicality, you need stamina, you need strength, and him and Thiago held it down, man.
Yeah, I really like the fact that he's a lot more physical than Burke Risa.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
much more, much
he's
more.
a touch faster, and one thing that I've seen about Justin this year is like his decision making process is a lot better this year because, man, let me tell you, he was playing some balls last year, and I'm just like, what the hell are you doing? But now he's smartening up a lot. I mean, if I have like an early season most improved player award to give out, that's
As of
Justin
right
Hack all
now,
day.
me, yeah, he's definitely a
Justin
candidate.
Hack is definitely doing your thing. Shout out to Justin, baby.
Shout out to Brooklyn's finest, Justin Hack.
Brooklyn.
And I think
Always
that's what you
believed in
need
you.
though, like a
Never
coach like,
doubted you once.
Yeah,
Never.
yeah.
I mean,
Never.
but
You
a
know.
coach, a coach like
When Hartford
Jan,
Athletic took you, I fell to my knees. Oh no,
And he
wrong
and he
button.
scored with Hartford Athletic back in the day. Jeez, kid. No, he's good, man. I really do. I really am liking what I see with Justin Hack lately, man. He's
Man. Shout out to
yeah, like
Justin.
I was
growing
saying,
in. He's
yeah,
finally
what
grown up, man. It's so good to see.
yeah, Janssen's allowed him to, really get that second level, that next level that he needed. He
Hmm.
got the confidence from Cushing. I think Cushing believed in him since day one. However, he needed that next level to really have a coach tell him, this is what you're going to be. This is what you should do. Adapt to this. And he's no longer going midfield defender. He's being much more defensive. And I think this is it. I think that's where he should be.
Right, right. I think that's his position, man. I mean, keep him there, man. He's doing his thing.
Yeah.
Burke Risa, work harder. Sorry, bro. This is how it works.
So there's no competition.
Yeah,
We
no,
need to.
definitely. It is definitely, and it's good. We need that. We need that. We need that competition. So, fellas, also, I just want to get into a couple of stats real quick, and it was pretty reflective of what I thought. How I saw the game go down. So basically, fellas, we had the ball. We possessed the ball 51% of the time. Our XG was 130 compared to 1.27 from Philly. Big chances. We had four. Philly had two. So, and also just another reflection, which, kind of, this mystifies me a bit. We had 11 total shots and Philadelphia had 16. So the reason why I say it mystifies me a bit because of the fact that, we're not allowing them to get past a certain area. They're just taking shots from outside the box. I mean, I don't know if you guys caught that on Saturday, but there were a lot of shots that Philly was taking outside the box.
You know what I think it is? It's because I see how Philly usually plays. They play a tight midfield.
Mhm.
They're not really wide. They play a tight midfield. They control the ball. And what I saw was that they were, especially in the first half, it was very like it was the same on both ends. Like we were trying to attack, break each other down, but defensively we were shutting each other down.
Mhm.
But of course, that ball from Mitia that broke through and the
Oh man.
finish. And thank you for the keeper for coming out and allowing Alonso
Yeah,
Martinez
I
to
don't
do
know
that.
what the fuck he was doing going to no
But
man's
thank you.
land
We'll
like
take
that.
that.
But
No,
But
it was just bad. That was terrible. I mean, but
man,
we'll get into it in a few. But dang, I
take
think
it
I think you got
however
to
you
give
can get it,
Rick the
bro.
Bozo of the Year award, man, on that one.
Take it however you could get it. One thing I did want to talk about because ironically we talked about it last week. The energy in the stadium was much better
Yeah,
this week.
mhm.
So shout out to everyone for just showing up. We're not gonna take credit for anything, but That's how it should be. It was freezing, but people were still chanting, having a good time, and I just wanted to say shout out to the fans for that.
No, definitely. I did see a bit of an improvement. I got, I've been taking this time during the during this little sanction that we've had. I mean, I really had to, taking the time to really look out into the supporter section and see what's going on and see what needs to be improved on because, once we get our drums back and, the party comes back, I mean, I hope I see those same people singing, those same
Exactly.
people chanting because this is the problem that we're having, right? We'll see it happen from time to time, but what's gonna happen when the drums come back, when everybody's coming back? I hope those same people that were going off on Saturday are gonna have that same energy when we come back.
I agree.
Because that's gonna really, really go a long way to really enhancing our, our vocal ability, our atmosphere, and it was a lot, and what I did notice too is a lot of the newer faces that
And
were
on
trying to
younger
sing.
face.
So hey, listen, guys, drums are coming back on May 4th. So I hope to see that same energy there.
You know what I credit also? I credit Citi Field just because for the reason that we had such a downfall last year against Red Bull, and what helped us is that at least here in in Citi Field compared to Yankee Stadium, you have the roof. You see how it is from 101 to 105, all around that I guess right field
Hmm.
wall. You have those I guess lower second deck right above
Yeah,
them in 105 to 103. So that helped a lot. Along with what I liked of what City Boys too. Shout out to them. They were moving from the middle, between those sections, and the supporter sections, all the way to the right field, and that kind of engaged every corner of the supporter sections of all the sections. So
hmm
that was good. We can tell that, and I was trying to coordinate it as well. But again, like you said, these are the type of things that we have to do. We have to do this no matter what. We have drums or not. It has to continue, and then we can just take it off from there.
yeah, definitely. And I did see that improvement. So that's a good point, Nico. So, yeah, but yeah, let's hear from Mr. Iglesias himself, man. What did you think about this game, bro?
It was dope, man. My family was out there. My
Shout out
pops
to
was
shout,
out
shout
there.
out to the
My
40 ounce
brother,
god. I saw him.
Thanks.
my cousin. Shout out to the 40-ounce God.
Soundboard isn't working, is it?
Whoops.
Technical
What about
difficulties.
this?
Nah, shout out to Hernan, man.
But
That's my
yeah,
boy right there.
shout out to my dad. It was cool. Like you'd see him talk to everybody. Third rail through a lit ass tailgate.
It was
They
nice.
had
Shout out
Lost
to the third
Farmers
rail, even
Brewery
though I
out
got there
there.
while
Shout
late.
out to them for showing up and providing the alcohol or whatever. And it was a good time. And then we went to the march. I think I was a little late, but I caught it like right as soon as it started. So a little later than I would like, but whatever. And the march was good. It's always cool to march next to the new stadium. It's kind of like foreshadowing in a way because
Hmm.
that's what the future is. That's what the future is going to be. So to be there and like just be like, wow, this is what home's gonna be. It was awesome. Even though the cops are being a little annoying with like get on the street or whatever,
Yeah,
but
yeah, get on the sidewalk and all that. I mean,
Yeah.
whatever. It is
there,
what it is.
yeah, at
For
this
for
point,
for
yeah.
what it was awesome. I really enjoyed the march and just the vibes pregame, man. The vibes were awesome. So
I got one little note about the March though. That this is something that really bothered me, and I hope that this is a situation we get rectified for the next City Field game. Okay, we started K Corner, right? We're starting at that point, walking down that block, and then we make the turn into the parking lot, right? Make the turn into the parking lot. Now you have those barriers up.
Hmm.
So I think this is an oversight on City Field security at this point. Hopefully next time we don't have those barriers up. It kind of killed the mood of the march. It kind of killed the momentum. It killed it quite a bit, in my opinion. So hopefully by next week that won't. I mean next match at City Field that won't be a problem.
I agree. I think from when you enter the parking lot to when you're like heading towards the Apple, you should have a much clearer path because we have to kind of go within corners,
Yeah,
go
that
through the
was
barriers. We have to go through what's like right next to City Field. You got to make a tight right, like a few steps or a few feet after the barriers, and then you go into the Apple. So maybe going through the parking lot, I don't know. I mean, I know there might be iffy on that, but like you said, maybe those are things to improve on. But I do like that whole path from the K corner to the
mhm.
Apple. I think that's ideal.
yeah,
Yeah.
for
I
I
just think
really
sure.
we got
do.
to pick a better turn on that one. But
Yeah.
like I said, think we
If
got we
we
got a
want to
bit of
go
time to
through
work that
Roosevelt
out.
Ave, we can go through Roosevelt Ave, like we go on River Ave,
Mm,
but do a reverse
It also
basically.
doesn't help.
yeah.
But we'll see.
Oh,
Because
this
the
is
thing is
dope.
when we're in the Bronx,
It's a
it's
much
more of a
shorter
direct
path.
path because we
Yeah,
start
it's
off
much
on the
shorter
corner of
path.
155th and River. We're
Literally
walking up
just
to
walk,
161. I
No
mean,
stand
turns,
to the
no
stadium.
nothing.
That's it.
Just
yeah, it's pretty straight. So I think,
Yep.
well, like, we have time to work this out. So I think that's going to be, higher in everybody's priority list. Where's our march going to
yeah.
end up being?
We're
So
just
definitely.
Yeah.
dotting our I's and crossing our T's and figure out what works. But
Hmm.
I enjoyed it for the most part. It was a good time. And yeah, we went in the stadium. It was fucking freezing,
Yo.
bro. It was so cold. I went to the merch shop just to like sit there for a second and warm up, bro, because it was pretty fucking freezing. And as soon as I got to my seat, it was the national anthem, and then the game started, and it was good. It was good energy. I really enjoyed it. I love when we have like the home game stretch, especially with like I feel like NYCFC rising in popularity. It's always cool every game to like go see
Yeah.
people, whether it's their first game or they're like, oh, I used to should come to games, but now I starting to come back, or I like to
Hmm.
Queens games or whatever their preferences. I like it. I think it's cool.
Yeah, I think, and I think we're gonna definitely carry over this energy into the new stadium. And I really have a feeling because, you have, I mean, three out of five NYC supporters that I know live in Queens. That's just a fact.
It's a much more
So
soccer borough for sure.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Queens is a soccer borough. There's no doubt about it. I mean, it's been like that since I was a kid. You want good
Yeah.
competition, you going out to Queens,
I mean,
right? So,
like we said, in a lot of ways, it's the future. It's the
mhm.
future. Like you said, it's good for a lot of older faces now that we're heading into the new stadium to come
Yep.
out. I've been trying to do my part, inviting old friends and family, to come out and really show them the vibe, especially in Queens,
Yeah.
because that's where it's going to be. So that's where you got to be used to coming. And of course, it's pros and cons for both stadiums. But again, one thing that again reminded me a lot of why we like Citi Field is how the noise travels, and you
Yeah.
can hear that more without the drums. Even I think even the players can't. You can maybe hear
I
much
showed up
more.
on you heard it on the broadcast.
Yeah. So that's a big plus.
Yeah.
And so be it. Next year we play more in City Field. We got to keep using that to our advantage. So
Yeah, I think that that's going to be the way to go on that one. So, but fellas, let's really really get into this recap, man, because I think that I think really like Pascal Janssen. I mean, he really lit a fire under this team's ass last week. A couple,
For
it's
sure.
I think it it started with the 40-minute subs. It started with just the overall message he was sending, and I think these guys have been really responsive to this because, it's not anything that we should be underperforming like this, but unfortunately that's how the game works, and sometimes you will underperform. I did like how the lineup, on the wings we had, Trapito Ojeda instead of Julian Fernandez, right? I happen to think that Trapito Ojeda is way better on the one-on-one on the wing.
oh
I
no,
think
the
that
two,
that's his
yeah.
advantage over Julian Fernandez. Julian Fernandez is obviously a bigger player, can get physical, can shoot the ball, but I think Trapito Ojeda's real, real, real value is going to be how he beats defenders one on one.
So yeah, I mean they're two different wingers. Of course, I think for the style of play, like against Philly, to break them down and go, in between the lines of the defense, you need someone like him.
Yeah.
Uh, Janssens, I listened to his like interview at the end of the game, and he said that he's venturing on maybe even putting Hernandez on the 10. Because
Hmm.
sometimes we need those intensity on the wings. If we get, people who are injured, like a Malachi Jones, someone who could be intense on the wings, maybe you can use the technicality of a Fernandez,
Hmm.
in the middle. So, yeah, depending on what kind of approach we have for the game, that's why it's good to have either Ojeda or have Fernandez. You can just, alternate how you're trying to approach the game. They're both great. They all have their, different qualities. But yeah, no, Ojeda really, what we needed for Saturday, that's what we got.
Yeah, and I think that there were a lot of good chances in that first half. I mean, we had the one chance with Trapito Head that gets blocked, and then Hannes Wolf gets blocked again. That was like I think our good first opportunity to score that game. But we had a lot of those in the first half. I mean, Misha Ilinic had a couple good shots. I mean, we were working the ball pretty well. We were transitioning extremely well. That's what I did like to see too.
Yeah, and you can tell the attitude of this team is that much more consistent. Even when we go down, sorry, we come back up. So I like the consistency and the attitude we have. That definitely is credit to Janssen.
Yeah.
He's someone who's going to be like, no matter what happens, we got to approach the game the same, no matter what.
Absolutely. And it was inspiring, man. That I feel like that Nick Cushing NYCFC team would have been up 1-0 and let Philly score back in the game, or maybe possibly even blew it, like similar to the way we did to Chicago last year. So for us to take care of our business, eat our food, fuck Philly, dupe his poop,
Yep.
go all the way back to Chester with 0 points and a
30
long
minutes outside of
ass.
Philly. How y'all feel?
Eesh.
And we're about to have a stadium in the five boroughs. How y'all feel?
Rough. That
Exactly.
is rough.
So,
But the vibes all around were awesome. And
mhm.
so we go into New England with 3 points and our heads high, and there's no reason that we can't win this game at all.
Yeah, man. I mean, listen, I said this before we started recording, bro. New England is right now, they're right now 3 points FC. There's no other way to look at it.
Unless
There's
you're Red
Red
Bull.
Bull.
unless you're Red Bull, obviously. Fuck the
I like
Red
how we
Bulls.
said it at the same time.
Yo, fuck the Red Bulls, right? Yeah, come on. Y'all couldn't pick up 3 points from the Revs? Y'all suck, man. I don't want to hear shit. Anyway, y'all know how I feel about them motherfuckers. But anyway, listen. New England right now is probably the worst team in the fucking East. Let's just call it for what it is.
How many wins do they have this season?
Well, let's go check out. Let's go check out what New England is at right now. Because I really want to see this because right now we're sitting in 10th place, right?
Which I mean, honestly, look if you look at the top 10 in the East, literally anybody can go first in a couple
Yeah,
of
it's
games.
it's pretty much
There's like a
they're
six
hardly
point gap between 10 places. Like it's
exactly. It's bananas. But
anybody's game right now.
right now I'm gonna take that back about New England being the worst team in the East. Actually, Montreal is, but we given our past history. I mean, we destroy these guys every time we see them.
Yeah.
They're like that girlfriend you want, the ex-girlfriend you want to smash, even though y'all toxic as fuck. Y'all haven't seen each other in 6 months, and all y'all want to do is smash. Like that's what it really is.
Listen,
The
we'll take it. We'll go
champagne,
in. We'll go
We'll
into their
take it. I
place.
don't care.
We'll go into
the
their
champagne
place.
from
We get what we need, and then we
2021.
leave.
Yeah, man. I mean, shouts to everybody who's traveling this weekend. Definitely the road warriors out here. Away days are the best days,
Oh
but
yeah, I'll be there. I'll be there.
definitely,
I'm
it's I
50-50
think it's
right
gonna be
now.
another 3 points for us to enjoy on the road, and just
Let's hope.
that's it, man. Because
Yeah.
even though they did land the big fish with Leon Campana, shouts to the what I mean. So, um, he was a player I would have wanted to have here because he came out of the Barcelona SC Academy. I would have loved to have him here, but he is having yo Nico's favorite woof woof. You know what I mean?
I don't know if he even fits our system, and maybe that's the reason why he's having issues in New England because nobody's giving him service. So
Yeah,
what are you supposed to do as a striker?
yeah, exactly. So I mean, I honestly, I mean, hopefully I won't have to eat my words. But
Hopefully not.
I am honestly expecting us to run that
Sheesh.
game. I'm
Too much.
honestly expecting us to get the 3 points. And fuck New England, fuck Boston, bro. Boston
Mhm.
sucks, bro. All day.
Even that commute sucks. Like going out there, I've never traveled to New England way, but I've been to their stadium. It
hmm
sucks. Not a
Nah,
fun.
well, it depends on who you're riding with. If you're with a whole bunch of people that you fuck with, like
Yeah, it's not.
if you're on the bus, you're gonna enjoy it. But if
Of
you with
course.
a whole bunch of people you don't know, like you just going up there, nah, it sucks.
And then not only that, it's like 30, 40 minutes away from Boston itself. So like if you stay around there, you're staying in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah,
Spot
no,
on.
they have that mall. What is it called? That
Patriot
big ass
Place.
mall they have over there.
Patriot Place.
They have like Bass Pro Shops out there. There's like a whole little village they built out over there. Because I remember when we went there last year.
I know, I do
We
remember that.
marched
I
through
do
that whole thing. It
remember
was like a little village. Like it was pretty dope. So I know they really built up that area just because they're 30, 40 minutes outside of Boston proper.
Hmm.
So it's nice that but there's nothing. It's like going up to Woodbury Commons, man.
literally.
Like that type of vibe. So nah, man. We going up and we telling them chowder heads up in New England. 3 points, give them up. That's
No,
it.
no Boston Tea Party.
Now, no Boston Tea Party. You know what I mean? Even the Red Sox are garbage right now.
All right. So I'll say like if we play our game, we stay solid defensively, and we'll get a goal or two, and we hold our ground defensively, we should win. And with that being said, I'll say maybe like a 2-1 win.
I'll
And
say
that's
3-1. Listen, I'm very confident.
Clean sweep.
I know my predictions I've been really, really bad on these predictions this season,
Two
but
nothing.
I will
Dos a cero.
confidently say we're gonna either win that game 3-1 or 3-0.
I just
Two
can't
nothing.
wait till the day we get signings. We get like someone to help out
Yeah.
Martinez, another striker. I can say four, I can say five, I can say three like, more often. But I just feel like since we approach games very cautiously because we want to stay tight on both ends, that's what we got. I think that's the key to winning.
Yeah.
Be good defensively, get a good goal or two, whether it be set piece, whether that be counterattack, whether that be in between the lines, Alonso Martinez pressuring, whatever. I think that's where the game's going to be
If
won.
we could score early in the first like 25 minutes,
That's going to help.
we're gonna win, no doubt. As long as we don't have any like crazy mental errors or mental lapses, there's no reason we shouldn't win. And yeah, man. So shout out to everyone going. I'm 50-50 going right now, but we'll see what happens regardless. I know we're gonna get the 3 points.
Nah, definitely. I'm staying behind for this one, y'all. But so, definitely enjoy yourselves up in New England.
So New England and Toronto are the next matches we got.
Right.
What else could we?
Toronto's not good either. So
No, Toronto.
You see another ex-girlfriend I don't worry about, Sean Johnson, bro.
literally, well, I mean,
Yo, Sean Johnson.
that's a bigger ex-girlfriend,
My heart. Listen,
The more
Sean Johnson.
significant ex-girlfriend.
Shouts to Sean Johnson, former captain of the
$200,000.
club, MLS Cup. We will never forget you. But listen, bro, you wanted to leave. That's what you get.
Going to Canada for the first time, bro. He got paid extra 200,000 Canadian, bro. That's not even like half in
I
dollars.
mean, listen, that whole project that Toronto had in mind, well, that freaking failed.
That flop, bro. They had Drake come and recruit that man. Well, he found out they not like us.
Yeah, literally.
Not like us.
So and it was funny when I read about that too. It was like, wait, Drake was trying to get Sean Johnson? What the fuck?
I've never seen Drake in a Toronto FC.
Never seen Drake out of Toronto. I never even seen him watch soccer, period, bro.
No, but he definitely does. He's been to games.
There's like a famous picture of him in like a Juventus jersey. Like,
oh, no wonder.
Well,
Toronto FC, you see? Why ain't he repping the six, man? Fuck Drake.
Drake curse, bro. He thought he was gonna break the curse. Hell no, bro. But that's what we got coming up. It was dope. Shout out to everyone who came up to me and said that they've been listening to the podcast. Appreciate y'all. Shout out.
Definitely. Shout out to y'all. Thank you for taking your time and listening. Really appreciate y'all.
Nah, for real, man.
And yo, Chop Cheese, bro. I know you put it up on your story, but yo, talk to us about that little kid, bro. I know. Dope, I knew I was gonna put you on the spot. Let's go. I want to hear it.
I was walking out the arena with my fam and my fucking lady.
Shout out to
Jen. And this kid was like, "Yo, Chop Cheese." And it's funny because I had my hood up. I had like a jacket on, like. I don't think you could tell it was me from the side, but he said,
"Nigga, how you walk, bro? You could tell that's you."
And I started talking to him, and his parents were there, and they're really nice. And I just had gave him some stickers, and I wish I had a shirt. I would have gave it to him on the spot. But shout out to that kid, man. That was a dope moment. Whenever I started Chop Cheese, I wanted people to like it, but the extent it's taken off to is really cool. So.
Yeah,
to have that moment and have that kid telling me like, "Yo, your videos are really cool." I was like, "Thanks, kid."
Shout out to the parents for allowing him to watch.
No, shout out to the parents. I mean, doing some good parenting and letting them know, hey, listen, you ain't talking like these guys, man.
Don't talk like us, kid.
Don't talk like us because we're old people over here.
It's cool. Thank you.
Unless we play the Red Bulls.
Unless you play the Rebels, tell daddy and mommy you about to go crazy.
And then they gotta give you the pass. The effort.
They got it. And you know what's funny? I meet so many little kids, obviously, people know who I am or whatever because I'm like in their emails every week. Apparently, I've been told, right?
Yeah.
Nah, that's what I got told that last year. They're like, "Yo, so somebody came up, yo, man, you're in my emails every week." I'm like, my bad. But nah, it's these little kids that come up to you. They came up to me. Maybe matter of fact, when we were up back last time we were in the Bronx, and he was like, "Hey man, I just love the chopped cheese stuff you do, man." I'm like, "Bro, I'm cursing half the time there. What you mean?" But no, it's just cool because those kids, they're seeing what we're doing. They see that we're creating content revolving around the club. Yeah. This is only going to get bigger in the next 10 years. And by the time those 10 years get here, these little kids are going to be 17, 18, 19 years old, doing what we're doing here, supporting the same club we're supporting, and it's so important. I mean, at least to me, it's so important that the kids come out to these games, man, because they, this is their club. When in 25 years, when I'm like 85, 90 years old, You know what I mean? I can't, I'm bringing in my sky blue little scooter, my hover scooter into the stadium.
Your oxygen tank.
My oxygen tank and all that.
Yeah,
That little kid
it's the
right there is going to be the one
foundation, bro.
supporting the
It's the
club, not me.
foundation.
Yeah, I mean, no, and you're right. I mean, we're giving testimonies of what everybody's telling us, but same here. Like I was telling, a group of teenagers who were at the supporter section, I was like having a conversation, and I told them I've been doing this since I was 17. First time I went to the section, I was 18. And
Hmm.
it's been 10 years. So this is just the beginning.
Yeah.
If you love it now, it can grow to something huge.
Only
So
love it
we're
more.
on the same ride.
Like I don't plan on stop supporting this team until the day I
Exactly. We're
die,
on the
and
same
that's the
ride, no matter
truth.
how old you are.
That's
So
not the
I
thing.
so until that day comes, all I want to see is people who love this sport, people who love this club, people who want to get crazy, do the whole wild out and do the crazy stuff. I want to see y'all out there. I want to see this
This
fan
is
base grow because you know something, we have a decent enough fan base right now. Like in numbers wise, we have a decent fan base, but now I feel in the next couple years there's
all
going to
about
be a lot
growing
of
it,
growth.
bro. Listen, it's funny that you say that because today, ironically, the team sent out an email. Basically, this shows how close the stadium is. They're this is how the email starts. Well, I'm not gonna read the top. Well, the time has come. I'll put it right here, the email.
Hmm.
And basically it's saying like for you to like renew your membership and all the stuff they'll give you and me head over to the overvoice section. Season tickets are jumping up by almost $100 for next year without the
Hmm.
stadium. So guys, if you're not in now, it's gonna be rough. And if you opt out, your priority access for seat selection will be no longer valid and you'll be put in the back of the line.
So
And in
get your
Oh,
money
really?
up,
Yeah.
and
fellas.
in
That's
order
it, man.
to get your place, in order to gain access to seat selection, you'd still need to place a deposit as part of our 718 deposit program. So y'all, I don't know if you got to start working overtime a little bit, saving a little money, hitting a couple parlays,
You
doing
know,
whatever the hell you got to do.
we got to be
But
in
them
there.
prices going up, bro, and there's nothing we can do to stop
I
it. I
mean,
won't be going anywhere, but Lord Jesus, is this
But
just the
you, but
beginning?
this is the thing, right? New York
We
City
on the
FC season
come.
tickets are still the cheapest season ticket in any sport in this city.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
by
Oh
far,
yeah.
by
So if
far.
That's
you're in the
like,
supporter section, you're probably going to be averaging out almost $800 for your seat per season.
and if you're not psychopaths like us who go to every single goddamn game and you could sell a couple of them, you'll make it work. But
Yeah,
I mean,
it's
listen,
rough.
I would say that regardless of anything, I know there's different financial circumstances for people. It's still worth it in general. Like
Yeah,
the
it
fact that
is.
it's this cheap, the fact that we're well below a band, a season for season
Yeah.
tickets, considering even the spike we're gonna have up next season. And also, it does make sense though. If you're gonna have 25K in a stadium, and you want as many season ticket memberships to make that money to really make it like a hot ticket. You gotta have people realize, hey, listen, if you're in the supporter section at least, and you want to keep your city membership, this is what you got to do.
yeah,
So
That's what you gotta
it makes
do, man.
sense,
So
yeah,
and it's just a matter of time, unfortunately. But fuck
start
it.
grinding, fellas.
yeah. So right now we have what we have 18 home games plus three leagues cup matches if you opt in. So
17
right there, you're
Who
plus
getting
knows
two.
if
Yeah.
Leagues
17
Cup
home
will
matches
even
plus the
be
three leagues
around?
cups. So you got 20 games you can attend in one season,
Who
right?
knows if Leagues Cup will even be around
Yeah,
by then?
yeah, exactly. Who knows if Leagues Cup
As
is
of
going to
right
be around
now,
after next year?
as
Because
of right now, it's 20. Yeah.
As of right
yeah,
now,
so
yeah.
because Leagues Cup, I mean, no one's going to
We'll
Leagues
bring
Cup.
those Open Cup games in, and if we make Champions League, you'll get
No, but I'm
prize.
talking about the tickets that are included in your season ticket plan. I mean, U.S. Open Cup isn't included, so I
Oh,
think
okay.
that for you still getting a value now. Front office has to do a little bit better than a little cardboard. Even though this is dope, don't get me wrong.
Yeah, son. If we paying more money
We
in
paying
tickets,
more. I
then
mean, I'm
season
sorry, I'm
ticket
gonna expect a
packages
little
better
bit
be
more of my
getting
season ticket
better.
package.
I mean, and listen,
I think that's fair.
no, yeah, and of course, there's perks to it as well. Away tickets, pretty cheap. I think we can market the team maybe better than they can, but But yeah, no, like there is perks to it as well. So it's not just
But
so
like Nico's always said, why should we market the team for them? That's their job.
exactly. So we're
Because
just
if you
letting
don't,
we're letting people
they're
know that it's worth
gonna
it
do it.
for the experience. It's worth
Right.
it for for prices that you're paying for what you do every single home game you're going. It's worth it.
No, it definitely is. So I think, if you, I would tell our audience out there, listen, guys, if you are on the fence about, buying a season ticket, get it done because I mean, people will obviously complain. People will complain about the wind blowing too hard anyway, right? But people will complain sometimes they don't get a value for their season ticket. Um, I happen to think, like Nico said, if you flip a couple of your tickets, you go to every game. You don't go to every game and you flip a couple tickets, you probably get some money back, on face value. Um, there are so many perks that are still available to us that a lot of people don't take advantage of.
Hmm.
And if you really, really want to, get the most out of your season ticket, take advantage of it. Take advantage of all the events that you go that you get invited to.
Hmm.
Take advantage and get to know your ticket rep. I have a
Yeah,
great,
man. Leverage
I have a
those
great ticket rep, and
relationships,
he's
bro.
the man. You know what I mean? So, get to know them. Eduardo, shouts to Eduardo. That's my homie right there. You know what I mean? Like he's the man. I've had some good ticket reps. I've had
And
some
if
bad ticket
you're
reps, but get to know them.
and if
That's
you're
it.
thinking about becoming if you're on the fence, just do it. Just do it.
Because
We
guess what?
got
We
lucky.
probably going over a
We're like
rack when the stadium
rent
opens.
control. We got in. I remember when I first started becoming a season ticket holder. I think for the first year I paid like $380 for the
Oh my
whole
God.
year.
Those days.
Oh
Hmm
my God. But
2018,
still,
bro. That
like
was my
back
rate.
then, NYCFC tickets were like $5 a pop. So if you really like leveraged it out, depending on what kind of a fan you are you traveling a lot, or it was all, but it was the best decision I ever made. And I know it's a lot, but listen, if you're on the fence, just do it because the longer you wait, that wait list is just gonna get longer and
Yeah,
longer and longer, and the stadium's 2 years away.
yeah.
Two
And
years
Yeah.
away.
besides, you get the opportunity to meet.
Why are you hating from the outside of the club? You
You
can't
can't
even
get
get
in.
in.
No,
Yeah.
but
And one
it's
last thing I
also
wanted
like
to.
my I think to me the best part about being a season ticket holder was just the fact that I got to meet so many cool people. I mean, I'm talking to two of them right now. And there's a whole lot of other people outside of this, podcast that, listen to us and, shouts to y'all because I've gotten to meet so many great people because of New York City FC. And I think that
Absolutely.
the day that I decided to become a season ticket holder and the day my wife, shouts to Evie, she decided to join me. It was great because, not only as a couple, we get something, we get to share this together. I get to share the beautiful game with the woman that I love. And, she just loves it. Oh my, the way she worries about how she's gonna pay her season ticket, it's cute because she didn't have these problems years ago. She didn't
Yeah,
even like soccer years ago, but
yeah.
I bought her in, and now she loves it. She's a part of the Murga.
Now she's part of all of
She's a
us.
very integral part of our game day. So
Shout out to
And then
Evie.
what?
She's the
shouts to Evie.
goat.
Shouts, of course, I love you, Mama.
The goat.
And yeah, like and you get to meet so many great people. You get to network. You know what I mean? If you'll get to meet so many people who are like you, who love this club, probably a little bit more than you do. But yeah, guys, come join us. That's all I gotta say.
You literally
Yeah.
stole all the words out of my mouth. Everything I was about to say, you just
Yeah,
said it. I
my
was gonna
bad.
say literally
I'm from the
that.
Bronx.
No, no, no,
I'm
no.
from the Bronx. We tend to do that a bit.
No, no, just to add on a bit more, that's my reason why I want to stay a season ticket member. The fact that I'm able to spend so much time with, people who become like family. And I'm not talking about like two or three. I'm talking about 20, 30, 40, 50. For me, every game is a family reunion. Every game is worth going to. Of course, I can't go to every game. Of course, everybody can't go to every game. But again, like you said, compared to season tickets for a whole bunch
Yeah,
of New York teams,
yeah,
this is well below what you're paying.
yeah,
Well, there's
exactly.
even theirs.
You know what kind of
And
made me feel like the whole family thing on Saturday, right? So Evie and I got to City Field maybe like around 5 o'clock, right? So we hung out around the plaza a bit. I was like, yo, I'm not walking to the marina. I really don't feel like walking to the marina. It was cold. And I heard it was colder there because I ended up
oh
going
my
there at
God,
night
Marino was
after the
really
match.
cool.
So
It was
the
super
amount of people that excoriated me for not going to the freaking tailgate. Where were you, man? Come on, yo, Lorenzo. Shouts to Lorenzo. Lorenzo physically attacked me.
I don't blame
And
him.
he's like,
Good
"Yo, what
job.
the hell? Why were you at the tail?" I'm like, "Yo, my bad, bro." But
Good job, Lorenzo.
that made me feel like I was a part of something. Like I was like I'm a part of something bigger than me.
Yeah.
So I think that right there is like, listen, listeners, if you are on the fence, I think what I'm about to tell you right now is about to put you over the fence. you get to meet family, you get to meet people, you get to meet friends. If you're not a social person, doesn't matter. You will become a social person, you know. But
Yeah.
I think that that's going to be the main driver because you get to meet so many great people in our community. And shouts to everybody in the New York City FC community, our fan community. You guys have for the last almost 10 years now, I've been a season ticket holder since 2018. You guys have made me feel welcome. You guys have made my wife feel welcome at home, like we belong. So shouts to y'all, definitely.
One last quote before we go.
That was
Love
the wrong one.
equals.
Oops, sorry.
What happened?
I think he pressed the wrong button on something.
This is
A
good.
grilly cheese. A grilly cheese for life.
Nah, so Felix just had that poetic, and I hit him with the air horn. Like, that is crazy, bro. I meant to hit him with the.
Yo, let's see make his point, and we gonna get up out of here.
Yeah, just the grilly cheese is dying over here.
Yo, a grilly cheese. Shout to Tander once
All
again,
right,
bro.
all right, guys. But besides grilly cheese dying, one thing I was gonna say is love equals passion. And the amount of love that we have in the supporter section, that should inspire you to be passionate. And with
Right.
that being said, grilly cheese is grilling himself off, laughing off.
Sorry, I didn't mean that. I fell apart, guys. I'm so sorry.
He felt something in his heart. That's what it was. He felt
I
that love
needed
in his
that.
heart.
But everything they said was facts. Like, I met you two through it. I met so many people through it. My girlfriend, everything. So I love this club. I love everybody. And I think anybody want to say anything else before we sign off?
Nah, bro. I think I said it all I had to say.
Got those 3 points, baby.
3 points
Get those
FC. We
3
going to New
points.
England.
Shout out to everyone going out to New England. Be safe. Make sure whoever's driving the car doesn't fucking drink. Has a cup of coffee before they go back. And yeah, we are the New York Nobodies, and we will catch y'all next time.
Take care, y'all. Have a great one. Peace.
These guys.
I'm stop recording right now.